Welcome to another episode of Backed or Busted. I'm your host, Rob McCallum, aka Rob McZob. If you have any questions about your campaign, if you want to see if it's truly amazing, drop me a line at crowdfundingspectacular99@gmail.com. Or if you have a project out there that you want us to highlight, hit us up too. We'd love to take a look and tell you if it's worth backing or if it's completely busted. Today, we're looking at The Author's Apprentice. This is a comic and illustration project over on Kickstarter, so let's head over there right now. Okay, so here we are on Kickstarter, and as I mentioned, we're taking a look at The Author's Apprentice. This is a comic featuring living books, escaped characters, and a bumbling vampire for an assistant. Welcome to The Author's Apprentice. They're looking for a total of $14,000. They've raised just over $9,400 as of this recording. They have 121 backers. There's still 20 days to go. I think they're in pretty good shape of hitting their goal. This is a project that Kickstarter loves, which we know gives them a little bit extra attention, and it puts it on their list. It's a little bit of a seal of quality, but however, this is the first project created by Jesse Eichenberger. Or Eichberger, apologies there, Jesse. I am curious about this comic book as a filmmaker and as an avid fiction reader. This sounds interesting, so let's get to the video and see what else we can learn.
Hi, my name is Jesse Eichberger, and I'm one of the co-creators of the comic The Author's Apprentice. This comic was a collaboration between myself and the talented Czech illustrator Kekula. Over the last 3 years, we've worked to develop and refine the story that eventually developed into a 4-chapter webcomic, recently finished posting on both Taptastic and Tumblr. We've chosen to launch this Kickstarter campaign to raise funds to self-publish a hard copy of this comic. The Author's Apprentice follows the story of Joanna Pettit, whose chance encounter with an unusual book leads to her discovery of the Athenaeum, a mythical library with some very dark secrets of its own. For backers of this campaign, we're proud to offer a wide variety of available prizes, including sticker sets, commissions, and even hand-knitted plushies. Additionally, we've partnered with multiple guest artists, including such illustrators as H.J. Zhang, Sui, Yutan, and Imniwa to create 14 mini-comics that further expand upon the history of the Athenaeum and its stewards. These mini-comics will be printed alongside the main comic, giving you, the backer, over 250 pages of full-color printed material. We're both very excited about launching this Kickstarter, and we want to thank you for checking out our project, and we hope you'll consider becoming a supporter of The Author's Apprentice.
Okay, so there we have the video for The Author's Apprentice. I'm going to step through it again just so we can analyze it. First, it's at 1:30, which is a very nice, healthy, digestible length, which I like right away. So let's jump in here. We get the title card, and then we get to meet Jesse Eichberger. And I got to tell you, it's not too flashy. It is not too high-end, but it is very audible, and it is very direct, and she speaks very well. And it's nice to hear from the creator and put a face to a project and have her kind of tell the story of what's going on here. So she basically details everything that's going on in a single take, mind you, which is no easy feat. And then we get to see some of the artwork. She explains that these are the different kind of rewards that are involved and that there are various guest artists involved as well too. I am not quite up on the world of comic illustrations, and I don't know anybody she's talking about, but it sounds impressive. And then she bookends the piece, and then we see this final image once more. So overall, the video is pretty good. If I was to kind of score it out of 10, I'd probably say that this is a solid 7, 6.5, solid 7. The only thing that could have made it a little bit more high scoring, it would be if it was a little bit more dynamic, but you know what, it does the job, and most of the videos we've seen on Backed or Busted do not meet that criteria. Most get like a 5 out of 10. So Author's Apprentice video above average there, so well done. Let's take a look at the campaign, the project. I don't know that we need to use all the space just to have the project in there. It could have been something different, could have been something a little bit smaller, maybe even just a character saying something, calling it the project, or something like that. That just is a little too large for me. The Author's Apprentice started as a collaboration between illustrator Chichula and author Jesse Eichberger. The project developed into a 4-chapter webcomic recently finished posting on both Tumblr and Taptastic. The story follows the antics of a young girl named Johanna Petite, whose chance encounter with a peculiar book that leads her discovery of the Athenaeum, which is a fantastical library that has some very dark secrets of its own. That's cool. For this Kickstarter campaign, we're seeking to raise funds to self-publish this comic book into a perfect balance soft cover book. So that's nice. They basically want to take it from the digital space to make it physical, which I'm always a huge fan of. In addition to the original 4 chapters, we've been fortunate enough to collaborate with several fabulous illustrators to create 14 additional mini comics that'll be included with the PDF and printed copies as a Kickstarter exclusive bonus. These comics will further expand on the history of the Athenaeum and the stewards charged with its protection. So that's cool. So you get basically 14 little outlier comics, if you will, that are kind of connected to the universe, but not necessarily part of the main thrust. That's nice. And here are some of the artists that are involved there, and you can check them out, and they're all linkable. Here's a little bit about the creators. Jesse Eichberger is a costumer in LA, and Chetula is a comic artist, illustrator, animator from the Czech Republic who studied animation. She's been drawing professionally since she was 15. We've got some rewards here that just breaks it down a little bit easier to kind of digest. We'll take a look at the rewards in a second. And we got some stretch goals as well. Spot gloss added to the cover. All physical books become hardcovers at $16,000. That would be a really nice one. That would also increase shipping, though, which is the only thing I don't like. So for the campaign to do well, it costs me more money. Not necessarily a great thing. Debossing added to cover, sticker set, enamel pen, and they obviously have a couple in mind here. They just haven't revealed them yet. Funds analysis. Okay, again, I'm not good at color coding, matching the colors, seeing where things are. This looks like comic printing, shipping, fulfillment is here, reward, production expenses here, and Kickstarter fees are up here. But that took too long, and it hurt my brain just a little bit, so I would like to have seen that kind of done for me. I'm lazy, so sue me. Here we are, risks and challenges, one of my favorite sections. For this comic, jumping back and forth here, Rob. 1 second. We're currently in the final stages of reviewing the work from our guest artist. We'll begin setting up the file for print immediately. By the end of this campaign, we intend to have the file ready for submitting. Okay, that's cool. While this is our first Kickstarter campaign, we received the guidance from several other artists who have successfully funded projects using this platform. Additionally, we have already sought out to see that fulfillment and shipping of the rewards happens in a quick and efficient manner. So basically, the only thing that we can that they're worried about as far as risks and challenges is this is the first one that they've done. They are partnering with Print Ninja, whose website I've checked out for printing various books, and they have supported multiple Kickstarters in the past. So they have a high level of quality, and I really like their site, and they have a lot of resources. So if you're looking to learn how to print books and whatnot, Print Ninja might be a good resource for you. Okay, so again, they have 121 backers now. I think they got one as I was recording, which is good for them. 9486 of 14,000, 20 days to go. Let's just count the number of pledges or number of rewards that they have here and see how many they got. They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. A $500 one was gone. It was a single one of one. So definitely on the high end. Let's see if we can justify the number that they are. So $10. Again, there's no $1. Just let me help you out because I believe in what you're doing, even if I'm not necessarily interested to shell out more money. There is no $1 reward for that, so we jump right to $10. It's called Outline. Receive a PDF copy of The Author's Apprentice that includes Kickstarter exclusive guest comics. So this includes a PDF copy of the comic. Now, I'm confused. Is this an outline of the comic? Is it just the comic? I think Outline is just a clever title for it because it's at $10. Outline is maybe the cheap version or like the early step in making the comic. And if I look down here to rough draft, you can see that that's a one step up, but you're also just getting the PDF copy of the comic in a mini print set. So I'm a little confused there. So $10, you get a PDF copy of the comic. Cool. Receive a PDF copy of The Author's Apprentice for $20. That includes the Kickstarter exclusive guest comics plus the mini print set. Okay, $30. It's the novel. Again, I think these titles are just kind of clever tier descriptions. Receive the PDF plus the softcover copy of The Author's Apprentice that includes Kickstarter exclusive guest comics. So this is where you get a physical and a digital reward for $30. I think that feels a little high to me for $30, but I'm not sure. Basically, you're asking me to spend $20 on the comic because for $10 I can just get the digital version. And I don't get the mini print set here. So, maybe a little broken. Not sure yet. Okay, so for $35, you get the PDF, the soft cover, and you get a bookmark. So $5 essentially pays for a bookmark. For $45, I get digital copy of the comic, the soft cover, the bookmark, and the mini print set. So basically it's $10 more, and I get the mini print set. Saga, we only got 2 backers here, and I should notice that the number 1 backers is the $30 one, although we got a fair bit at the digital copy, only at $30. Here we go. The Saga, you get a PDF, softcover, bookmark, mini print set, and a sticker sheet. So $10 for stickers if you really like them. And then the thing that we add here for $65 is the enamel pin. So another $10, another trinket, another $10, another trinket. What are we adding here for $15 more? It looks like we're adding the print set, of course, the sticker sheet, the enamel pin, but now we get 11x17 poster as well. So for $15, you get the poster added on there. For $100, you get a character sketch. You get original traditional sketch of any single author apprentice character by Chichula. Okay, so that's an extra $20. And then there's 10 of these. So for an extra $50, you get a hand knitted Daisy plushie. For an extra $100 on top of that, you don't get the plushie. You still get the 11x17, but you get a color commission. Original traditional full color commission of a single character with a simple background. So it's not restricted to Author's Apprentice. It can be anything that you want, and it's basically $250. That's a good deal, I think, for a color commission. I do like the art style. I think it is unique, and it could be a really cool gift. But you also get, the soft cover of the book, the bookmark, the mini print set, the sticker sheet, the enamel. So this is actually a pretty good deal, I think, given what I would interpret as high quality of art, at least a quality of art that I like. And then for $500, basically original comic cover illustration. Plus, you get all this stuff plus the original cover illustration for the Author's Apprentice. So you could have had that cover, which is kind of cool, to be honest. That's what those break down as. I think they got really kind of buried in the tchotchke stuff, the stickers, the bookmark, the mini print set, the enamel pin. Lose the pin, lose the sticker sheet, the print set, maybe the poster, not necessarily. Again, it's something bigger to ship. You've got to ship that with the soft cover. Get rid of all that stuff. Make it as an add-on if people want it later. If you want to do Slacker backer, if you just want to open up your own store. That's an easy way to do that. I just don't see the value in it. Not as a consumer wanting to do that. It just doesn't bode well for me. Okay, so I'm going to just jump over to do a kick track here. See what we can discover. So you can see we got a little bump here for sure. In the first 3 days, it was definitely on an incline, and then it mellowed out. Another big bump, and then it started to coast out again. They are trending well above their goal. It looks like they're trending towards 27,596. They're only, again, trying to get 14,000, so they're trending for almost double of it. Let's take a look at their daily data to see what happened there on that big bump. So somebody dropped $4,000. There's 4 people there. I don't know if that was somebody kind of out of nowhere, because we only had 4 backers, and for each of them to drop $1,000, that seems a little peculiar to me. That's usually something I kind of raise my eyebrows at, wondering what the heck is going on. But they've been doing pretty well for a campaign. $500, $1,200, $1,600, a couple $100 each day. And you know what? I think they're doing a 30-day campaign, 31 days. They need like $500 a day. So they have been falling below it here, but they're still on average at $862. So I would say that they're going to hit it, but it's not going to be that much more. I think they're going to be much more on the lower end. And I'd say they're going to probably end up with about $15,000 total if the trend stays the same. Now, this bit of a jump here is it's a big piece of information that we're it weighs in heavily, and that's why those things always make me raise my eyebrow. Like, what is going on there for that to happen? Jump back to Kickstarter here. Let's just take a look at the updates to see what we can discover here. So it was launched on January 5th. Update 1 is 5 days later. They basically talk about thank you. You know what? Let's dive into it. See what we can learn. There's some art here. 5 days in the campaign, 30% funded. They're very thankful. They're just some nice art, so that's okay. I like to see art in updates. 60% on update 2, which is the 15th. Not too bad. Any frequently asked questions? No, that's not populated. Let's take a look at the community. Of their 121 backers, 72 are from the U.S., so very much a domestic campaign based on those percentages. 10 new backers, 111 repeats, which is a pretty good percentage, like 10%, 8%, something like that. New to Kickstarter, really like that. That's a good deal. Campaign. Okay, so let's try to do a summary here of what we think. So video is nice and clean, not super snazzy. Some of the art, like this, could have been shrunk down. This is nice to see all these people. It would have been cool to see some stats listed here, like who is Moonsturm? Why should I know them? So it's like, oh, this person did this comic book. Then I would have connected with a little bit easier. The rewards. This is nicely laid out. This is the mini prints that they were talking about. I think where this is unfortunately where they fall down, the rewards, is that, you know, I don't need the little tchotchkes. I think that hurts the campaign. I think that pushes people away because they want to back it more than they can. So it's just, I don't know. It's just not super alluring to me. And then because we're struggling to maybe hit our goal, these stretch goals take up a lot of space that aren't unnecessary. So maybe with a campaign like this for a first-time creator, I would have only done like 3 stretch goals. And especially when like this one is like, you know, enamel pin, a sticker set added to all tiers, that's actually going to lose the money, because if I'm buying the tiers just for that stuff, I'm going to adjust and modify my pledges to a lower tier that doesn't have them, because I'm going to get them for free anyway. So would have liked to see this fun analysis kind of pointed out a little bit more. But they do give a shout out to Print Ninja, which is nice. You know, overall, I really kind of believe in this project. I think there's something about it. It is marked as a project that Kickstarter loves. I am a little bit on the fence with it. I would like to check out this book. I think the premise alone is interesting, and for a first-time creator, I want to support that. So I'm going to become a backer of this. Okay, and there we are. I'm a backer. I backed for the PDF copy of the Author's Apprentice, and I hope you maybe want to check this out as well. Maybe it's up your alley. Seems like the type of project I would really get into. If you have a campaign that you want me to check out, if you want me to vet it, if you need some help with it, let me know. Hit me up at crowdfundingspectacular99@gmail.com. Or if there's a campaign out there that you want me to break down before you necessarily put your money to back it, more than happy to feature it on this show as well. Thanks again for reaching out, guys. I love all the consults that have been coming my way and all the different projects that you want me to take a look at. It's a pleasure. I'm your host, Rob McCallum, aka Rob McZav on Twitter. We'll see you next time.